Hi, I'm Denise Gagne. I'm the creator of Musicplay and MusicplayOnline, and I'm here today to do an overview of Lesson 35. We're getting close to the end of the year. Lesson 38 is the end for me. Lesson 35 is week 4 of May, so we're at the end of May. I'm on the classic site, MusicplayOnline, and this is where the online learning modules are on classic. I go here, I select my grade. This site will be retired at the end of June, and what is now the beta site will become the main site. You will love this site. Once you get used to these search engines, you can find anything so easily. So the learning modules are here on the left menu. You can see our little guy with the whiteboard. So if your screen's smaller, that's the icon for learning modules. And you can see we've got some new learning modules here this week. We now have our bucket drum lessons all in one place, and I have 4 new ones to add to this. This is actually one of the new ones, the one we're going to do today. Our folk to pop lessons are in here. We have 3 folk to pop lessons at this point. General is where we have a lot of things that will cross grades, and eventually we'll categorize more of them as well. So Beethoven Lives Upstairs is here, the Star Wars lesson on Google Chrome Lab, movement favorites. This is a wonderful module with 15 of the favorite songs for kids, and how to use MusicplayOnline is another really, really good module to take a look at if you're new to the beta site. Instrument kit fun, lots of instrument songs in here that aren't in the song lists. And no touch games, really good if you can get your kids outside. So be sure and take a look at what's in general in here as well. Skipping songs, that again is a really good lesson for getting kids outside. And I have many new skipping songs that I haven't got in here yet. I'll put that on my list. As I do these, I need to take notes so that I remember after what I'm going to do. The other new areas are Peter and the Wolf, and I have to take general off. Peter and the Wolf lessons now include a condensed mini book. Some teachers said that they couldn't copy everything. They couldn't copy all the worksheets because they weren't allowed to photocopy that much. So I have made Peter and the Wolf a mini book. And so it's only 2 pages long, but it covers much of the same information, not all, but it covers much of the same information as the full set of worksheets, but it takes a whole lot less paper. And then at the end, you can send this lovely little book home with the kids. So I am going to start with PreK lesson 35, May week 4. And actually I have this wrong. The hello song is not what we're starting with. We're going back to Time for Music. We haven't done it for a while. And so I have put in to the lesson some printable beats to use with Time for Music. I actually have, I think it's 6 pages. So here's pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've made them black and white. You can copy them on black and white, or you could copy them onto colored paper. If you want to get really fancy, you can cut them out, but I'm not doing that. And I also copied them, or I made them in a way that you can double side them, and then you have rests on the back. And my idea with this is that the Time for Music song has the 8 beats at the end. So what you do is you put your 8 beats. Let's see, how can I do this so it's in order for you? I think it's not going to be. I'm just going to do it in order for me. 1, 2, 3, and you'll just have to imagine that you can see the rest because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get them all out here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you sing Time for Music, you sing time for music, clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands. Time for music, clap your hands with me. And then you point 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After the song is done, it's a good exercise for the kids to count all the beats and point them. And then you start doing this. You turn 1 beat over and you leave that one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. They will learn number recognition. They will develop some inner hearing. Let's leave out number 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. And you keep turning over until they have none left. You invite the children to come up and change the pattern. You could play it on instruments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is tricky. It is intriguing. This is how you get your little people creating, learning to keep a steady beat, audiating. It's a fun little exercise to add. So next week, I'm going to have a new hello song for you in PreK. It's going to be the hello song, but without the space for names. So we start with the time for music. There's a body percussion play along. And this, again, very simple for your little guys. Find the beat. 5, 6, here we go. Clap, 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 clap. Now we stop. So I really like these. I'm really enjoying them, and I hope you are as well. Then we have a vocal warm-up with animal sounds. Meow, meow. Automatically pops the kids up into their head voice. Woof, woof, woof. Same, gets kids up into their head voice. So that's a good little warm-up. The letter Q is our letter of the week. On a quest for the queen, on a quest for the queen. Quite the quest this time. And there's a kid's demo if you need some ideas for movements for it. There's the letter Q worksheet. And again, if kids are at home, don't have printers, tell them to get a piece of paper and practice drawing the Q. My daughter is teaching at home right now, teaching virtually, as Alberta schools have been closed for 2 weeks. And she said one of the things that her children really like is guided drawing. So if you find 2 things that start with Q, pull up online a picture of a quail and take the children through a guided drawing of a quail or quack like a duck or whatever you can think of that starts with Q that might be something your children can draw. So the guided drawing, she says, is really hard to keep kindergartens engaged for 30 minutes, and I can well believe it. And she said they really like this guided drawing. Review, when cats get up in the morning, they always say good day. And I put the animal cards in the supporting resources. If you didn't do this last week, give it to the kids. They really enjoy cutting these out. They can color them later or before. It'll give them something extra to do if they're home and they're not getting quite enough and they're getting bored. So this will give them some things as well. Also in these, meow, meow, that represents half note, half note. Woof, 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 woof. That represents ta, 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 ta. So I want to use those sounds as well as using the animal names to make rhythms. And of course, animal rhythms are fun. In this demo, I show you how to do it. And I did just use the animal names. I didn't use the underlying sounds. One green jelly bean, get those kids up and off the screen. They need it. They like it. And mixing up where they are, sitting to standing, standing to sitting, helps keep them engaged. Here's a demo if you're not sure how to do the song, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And then we end with skinnamarink-dink-dink. And I found a new goodbye song that's already been recorded, and we'll start including that in some lessons too. So that's PreK lesson 35. Here is the kindergarten lesson 35 for May week 4. And you can see we've got some interesting stuff. I can sing, move, and play with music. I can create movement to music. This is fun. Create body percussion patterns is our printable. I'll show you that in a minute. So these guys are starting with their hello song, and I have to remember to put the shorter version up with no names. Then we do the same body percussion performance I had in PreK. And now I've given the kids a create your own body percussion, and I've put in 2 of each because kindergarten kids can't always snap. And so if you want to leave out the snap, you could do 2 pats or 2 claps. I would make 4-beat patterns with the kids. And if they can't snap, tell them to rub their fingers together. I can snap with my right hand. I make no sound with my left. So I feel like a kindergarten child on my left hand. But they can still do it even if they're not making the sound yet. But if you want to, just leave it out. But after doing the body percussion, you could use this music and make their own patterns. Oops, that's supposed to happen. Pat, pat, clap, clap, pat, pat, clap. Whatever pattern you want to make up with it. Great way to get your little people creating. And they love these. I've actually done those kinds of patterns with word cards, picture cards, as young as 3. So they can do it. So there's create your own body percussion. Now we have one of my favorite songs. It's called Skateboard Rider. It's by April and Susan. And I'm going to show you the movements because I haven't made the kids demo video yet. But it goes like this. Everybody get on your skateboards and keep in our balance.
Skateboard, skateboard rider, I'm a skateboard rider, I am. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Skateboard, skateboard rider, I'm a skateboard rider, I am. Well, I got my goggles and I'm looking good, yeah, looking good. Like a rider should when I do my daredevil feats at the
Big jump.
skateboard.
And as the song goes next, I might do feet and jump all the way around. The kids love this song. And I think the part that they like the best is the words, do-do-do-do-do, when I do that little point to them. They really have enjoyed that over the years. And I'm really happy that we've got permissions to have it on MusicPlay Online. The lesson on Seesaw is a lovely lesson. It features my granddaughter, so of course I'm proud. So you echo the singer, she sings, there's a space. If you're comfortable teaching by rote, just teach by rote. Here's the solfa as an echo. And that's, again, a good thing, a good way to introduce your kids to solfa.
Let's learn to sing Seesaw in solfege. Sing after me. So, me, so, me.
So me, so me, and space is left for you to sing that. Then you sing the whole song, and then you get kids doing movement. And again, I get to brag. These are my little granddaughters.
Up and down, in the air and on the ground.
Can you do it really fast? Ready, go.
Seesaw,
Up and down.
in the air and on the ground.
Good. Can you do it really slow?
Seesaw,
Up
and down, in the air and on the ground.
And then they made up their own movements to it.
Seesaw, up and down, in the air and on the ground.
And that was their own creation that they made up. So get your kids to do it. We have another one of these little song stories. I don't know what else to call them, but it's a little story that uses
Seesaw story.
characters.
Carter and Hunter were brothers. They liked to play at the park. They liked to climb up to the top of the playground. Up, up, up. And then they liked to slide down the slide. Whee!
So they're learning melodic direction.
They liked to swing on the swings. Swing, 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 swing. All the children like to swing. Swing, 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 swing. We all like to swing. Going on, the teeter-totter was fun, but it was hard to get on by themselves. Hunter liked to go slowly on the seesaw. Seesaw, up and down, in the air and on the ground.
I will have to redo that a little bit slower, but you get the idea. It's a little song story using the song. So That is fun for them. We have the song Uptown Zoo. And, sometimes just playing a piece of music and having the kids dance is fun. If they're at home, invite them to get a stuffed animal and they can dance with their stuffy. And then we listen to Elephants from Carnival of the Animals. This is a beautiful live animal footage video. I swear this elephant even keeps the beat in spots. And then you get me showing movement to Carnival of the Animals. That's a really good way to introduce children to 3/4 meter. And then Listen to the Water is a review song. And there are movements in previous lessons, or you just make up your own. I do listen to the water, rolling down the river. So you can make up your own or use mine. Watch Our Garden Grow. This is a good one to use the slow downer tool right here. It goes a little bit quick, so take the speed from normal to 0.75, and it'll be a bit easier for the kids. And that is our kindergarten lesson 35 for May week 4. I hope you enjoy it. This is our grade 1 lesson 35 for May week 4. And we have the hello song, and I need to change it in grade 1 as well to the short one with no names. And I've had a request as well from some teachers to put an accompaniment track in so that they can use different languages with it. So I'll be adding that in the coming weeks. They get the same body percussion video, and they get the same Create with body percussion cards that they can use. This is optional, but it's really fun for the kids to make up their own patterns. And then the lesson this week for grade 1 is using the song El Coqui, which is a song from Puerto Rico, and it's about a very small frog that's found in Puerto Rico. So we explain to them that this is the coqui frog. The song is a lullaby. Do they know what it is? It's to put a baby to sleep. If they're home, have them find a stuffed animal that they can rock to sleep while you sing the song. And you can listen to it and rock your stuffed animal. It's in Spanish, so it might be a little, the language might be a little tricky for the kids. But we have 2 interesting links. One is the sound that the coqui makes. I'm not sure why we've got no sound on that. I'll check the other one and see. The other one is Dora the Explorer, who sings the coqui song as part of an episode. And that one's disappeared too. Okay, I'm going to have to check those 2 and see why those aren't working and get them fixed for you for next week, or else take out the links, which would be sad. Then we can sing the coqui. And the last part of the song is coqui, 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 ki, ki, ki. So the language is not difficult. And so if they listen to the first part and just sing the last part.
El coqui a mí me encanta. El coqui a mí me encanta. Es tan lindo el cantar del coqui. Por las noches salir a acostarme me adormece cantando así. Coqui, 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 ki, ki, ki. Coqui, 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 ki, ki, ki.
That's not too hard for you little ones to sing along with. And my Duolingo Spanish is helping me. I think I can understand all of that. We review Oats and Beans and Barley Grow. Here's the movements if you need them. This is an optional. Dance with your stuffed animals to the heebie-jeebies is kind of fun. And then we now have the finale from the Carnival of the Animals. Over the last couple of months, I've done a Carnival of the Animals lesson or 2 a week. So this is the worksheet. And I have to say, this took me a lot of listening, and I had to buy a condensed score to show me where all the animals appear. But this is the beginning of the lions, where the lion's sleeping. Now march. The animals are all on parade. March, 2, 3, 4. March, 2, 3, 4. March, 2, 3. March, 2, 3, 4. March, 2, 3, 4. March, 2, 3, 4. Now move like the wild donkeys with your arms up and down. wild donkeys are running. And I won't go through the entire thing, but I've got the condensed score in here and showed you exactly where the animals appear in the finale. I know I've read that the animals appear in the finale. I had to actually get my hands on a condensed score to be able to show it and illustrate it. So there is a portrait style worksheet. There is a landscape style worksheet if you want to put it into a Google slide. And at the top, I've listed all the themes that are referenced in the finale. So the first one is the sleeping lion, and we just heard the wild donkeys. Then comes hens and roosters, so you can pretend to peck like the hen. Then there's the kangaroo. You can hop like a kangaroo. And here's personages. And that one, the movement activity was to do a scarf up to show the high note and then down to show the low note. So I would do that movement. And here is the parade, the marching of the animals. I couldn't fit them all in. There wasn't enough room, but I've got enough of them to show that it's the parade. And during that part, march along with the animals. So here is what the finale worksheet looks like. These are the themes that are quoted. And here is the parade of the animals. And let's see if this works. I certainly hope it does. Yes, it does. So this is a full performance by the Mormon Youth Symphony, and it involves the Calgary Zoo, which is only an hour's drive from my house, and my grandchildren love going to the Calgary Zoo. And okay, I do not know why my computer is not making sound. I'm sure it's something on my computer. I will have to check it on a different one. But that is an option to show the kids the finale of the Carnival of the Animals by showing them a full performance. So that's grade 1, lesson 35, May week 4. Here is the grade 2, lesson 35 for May week 4. And again, we're still reviewing The Ant Came Back because all of May has been songs from different countries. And this one, we're going to do Chinese Fan and the Japanese singing game Kagome. Here's our lesson guide. We don't have any printables for this one. Hello Song. And I will put that in without spaces for names. We review My Aunt Came Back. And here's Read the Words to Chinese Fan. This little symbol means there's a link to the song on the song list. You can go to the song and see what additional materials are available. My ship sailed from China with a cargo of tea, all laden with gifts for you and for me. She brought me a fan. Just imagine my bliss when I fan myself daily like this and this and this. It's an add-on song, so you can listen and sing along, or you can watch me attempting to do the kids demo for this. It's quite fun. I'm sitting on a chair because eventually I fan myself with this hand, this leg, this leg. So it gets busy. There's a link to a video that shows you how to make a fan. And basically what you do is you take a piece of paper and you fold it this way and then this way. I'm sure every teacher on earth has done this at least once, but it's kind of fun to add a craft that ties into your lesson. I should finish it this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. And when I'm finished, I have a nice little fan that I can use. Now we're going to learn the song Kagome, and we're going to learn it by rote, line by line. The Japanese singer sings, and then the melodies on the piano for your children to echo. Kids are like little sponges. They will pick up the language faster than I will by a long, long ways. And then you can watch my kids playing the game. One's in the middle, and you sing the song circling around that one. They've got their eyes hidden, and at the end of the song, they try and guess who's behind them. No touching. So if you want to do it, you can actually do it with the recording if you're not allowed to sing, but you can still do this in person using the recording. On Zoom, I think you would probably just play it as a guessing game. And then I have a link to school kids from Japan playing the game. And on Zoom, my suggestion is choose a guesser and a solo. The guesser hides the eyes. The solo sings the first line of the song, and the guesser tries to guess who it is. And then I have a lovely paper plates movement to Bluebird by Tchaikovsky, and a little video about Tchaikovsky, a review of the Japanese frog song if you have time. And that was fun because we did some instruments with it. Guero, 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 gua, gua, gua. You can do it all on instruments, actually. And then the game Frog in the middle. And the music time is over. That's the grade 2 lesson 35 for May week 4. Let's see what is in the lesson plans for grade 3, lesson 35, May week 4. I have the Susie and Phil song, Action Leader. The kids really enjoy this. You pick 4 students who create movement to the music, and there's 4 sections. Very clear, actually, who does what in what sections. Great practice for kids to create movement to the beat. If you haven't finished your assessments yet for the year, use this as an assessment of how well they keep the beat in movement. And I like to give every child a turn to do this. If you're on Zoom, choose 4 students in your Zoom call to be the leaders, and everybody will copy because they can all see if you're on Zoom. They can all see each other. I've got a rhythm erase here, and I haven't put the name of the song. And that's done deliberately. Lois Choksey said this was a mystery song game. So you say all the rhythms. Ti, ti, ticka, ticka, ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, shh, ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, shh. I'm going to take one away. I'm going to take the last one away. And then we'd say all 4, and I'd keep taking away until they were all gone. And then I'd ask the kids if they could tell me what goes in each box. If I want to do it as a written assessment, I would give them a piece of paper, a pencil, a hard surface to write on. I used to always use the hardcover music texts because they made great little seat desks. And then I'd get the kids to draw like this. And then they would ti, ti, ticka, ticka, ti, ti, ta. In stick notation, they would write what they had heard. Don't know if you can see that well enough. Ti, ti, ticka, ticka, ti, ti, ta. That's in my first box. So that, again, in and of itself, that can be a good little assessment. If they can write rhythms, they're way up on the Bloom taxonomy because they have to hear, interpret, analyze, and then write down. And this song is, someone's tapping at the window pane. Who could it be? Make that noise some other place. Just try stopping me. So it's a song that I had in a grade 3 lesson a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I bring it back for the rhythm erase. And then we have the song to review, and it's a cute little guessing game if you want to play it. So now we're going to learn about the song La Pulga. It's a traditional Spanish song, and the words refer to different kinds of instruments sold in the San Jose market. Una guitarra, un clarinete, un violin, un violon, un tum-tum. And because it's Spanish and not all that easy for the kids the first time they hear it, we've started it as a play-along. So choose instruments.
En la pulga de San José, yo compré una guitarra, tarra, 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 la guitarra. Vaya usted a la pulga de San José. Vaya usted a la pulga de San José.
I might divide my kids into 2 groups. One play the verses on sticks, the other play the chorus on a tambourine. Pretty hard for me to do alone, but that's what I would be doing in my classes. And then we actually have, again, recorded it as a rote teaching video. The singer sings a line, and then it plays it back. I'll let you hear this.
The singer will sing a line, and then you sing.
Pulga de San José.
So no space between. You listen, you echo, just as if you were rote teaching. But if you're not comfortable with the Spanish, you can let the singer do it for you. And then sing along with La Pulga. maybe they can only sing the chorus. By usted en la pulga de San Jose. By usted in la pulga de San Jose. If they can sing that much, great. Now we are going to learn a little bit of geography. These are the provinces and territories of Canada. If you're American, nice to know your northern neighbor and learn all of them. So the song part 1 is I can name the provinces of Canada, Canada, Canada. I can name the provinces of Canada and the territories. And then part 2 names them all. BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, PI, Nunavut, Yukon Northwest. And then you can listen and sing along. And we've included a map. Can you name them all? Let's practice where they are. There's Yukon. There's the Northwest Territories. The Northwest Territories used to extend through this whole thing. And I can't remember what year they separated and Nunavut became its own territory. I think the population of the whole of Nunavut is only 50,000 people, but it's its own territory. And then here's the other provinces: BC, British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec. Here is New Brunswick. Here is Nova Scotia. The little island is Prince Edward Island. And then Newfoundland and Labrador are these 2 islands. And someday I am going to Newfoundland to see an iceberg. I've been there 4 times, but I haven't seen the icebergs yet. And then here is the worksheet. And if you want to leave the map up for them while they complete the worksheet, if this is their first time doing this, that is just fine. So that's what grade 3s do, week 35, lesson 35, May week 4. Here's what the grade 4s do, lesson 35, May week 4. We're going back and doing some review songs from earlier in the year that either were only in 1 week or maybe they're just so much fun I want to do them again. So we start with My Bonnie. And in this one, every time you sing a word that starts with B, you change position. I'll play this and show you how to do this.
My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me.
It's going to change tempo. Going faster.
My Bonnie
I
like.
don't know if that's actually Allegro, but that's it's faster. And then I've included the tempo tool because my Bonnie's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in 3/4 meter. I've suggested that you choose 11, 12, 13, the 3/4 meter ones. And all these tempo terms are given in here. So I choose my tempo from the bottom. If I don't remember what the words mean or the students don't remember, here we go. Andante means to play or sing at a walking pace. And I can't go through the rest of those because my buttons are in the way at the bottom. But that is I really enjoy the tempo tool. And then we're going to learn Sarah Sponda. So this to me is a reading song. I see no reason why you should not be able to read this. I can read T T T T T T T T T T T T T top. And in fact, if your kids have done a lot of work with solfege, this is a good high dose song. Do, do, mi, so, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. I'm not so good at it. My voice is certainly not the best. But if you can do it with your students, that's a good way to get them reading. Play the video again, and they sing along. I always say, we don't have to teach everything by rote. 3 ways to teach songs: rote, I sing, you sing. That's appropriate for foreign language songs. That's appropriate for many songs, but this is a reading song. So let's use our reading skills and have the kids learn to sight sing. That's what I wanted them to be able to do in music classes. Pick up a piece of music and look at it and know in their head how it goes. This is a fun game, and these kids did a great demo. You know, we often have boys that are reluctant singers. I have to say, the boys in this video, fabulous. And if I scooch ahead, they do it by themselves. Now we have the boys alone. One of the best vocal models your boys can have. Practice the movements, pretending you're partner with one of them. The one on the right is married now. I still can't get over that. This is a fun one. And shoot, I forgot to bring my boom whackers with me, but I've got my little glockenspiel here. You can create an ostinato pattern to do with Sarah Sponda using the big red boom whacker. Sarah Sponda, Sarah Sponda, Sarah Sponda, ret set set. Sarah Sponda, Sarah Sponda, Sarah Sponda, ret set set. Adore adore boom deo, adore boom de ret set set. Passe passeo. So that's how you would do an ostinato. I'm attempting to do both ostinato and sing by myself in class, divide into two groups and have one side of the room do the ostinato, the other side of the room sing the song, and then switch parts. And I've given a link to the boomwhacker section on MusicplayOnline. And this is a slideshow. I can make it full screen. I will make it full screen. So you can see the first part of the slideshow offers the kids the notes as kids' notes. So they don't really even have to be readers. They can just read the letters. We have an accompaniment track, but I typically do this unaccompanied at a tempo that the kids can manage. There are ukulele chords here. If you have some kids who are really good at ukulele, they could accompany. Second time, we have the colored notation. So hints, but not as many hints as the first one. The third time, standard notation. And this is where I want to get my students to. I want them to be able to read these songs. So if you haven't tried the boomwhacker section at MusicplayOnline, I would absolutely go to it. You will find it in instruments, and you go to boomwhackers, and I would start at the 5-note section, and it's fabulous. So I can see it's not quite working. I will find out why the boomwhacker section isn't showing up the way I want it to. I think that's just something that they haven't finished yet. But anyways, this link does work. Now we have a game song that comes from Jamaica. And again, we have the singer teaching it by rote. We can sing the whole song. Some of it has ticka-tickas, but it also has a timka. So it's a little bit of a tricky rhythm. We have a video about Jamaica, which is a good little teaching video about Jamaica. And then we have Ed Anderson's wonderful video about the steel drum. And the steel drum doesn't come from Jamaica. It comes from Trinidad and Tobago, but it's often played in Jamaica. So lots of options for you for lesson 35, grade 4, week 4 of May. Now I am going to the middle school. Grade 5 and middle school have the same lesson this week. I may change that going down the road. Let's see, why is that not working? Weird. Anyways, it's this lesson, Folk to Pop lesson 3. And in this, we're going to actually spend the whole lesson learning about the song Midnight Special. Objectives: I can sing and play music from a variety of places and times. I can listen and respond to music. I can compare performances. And we have a comparison worksheet And we have the bucket drum score. This printed out on big size for me. I'm going to put the smaller size in. Make note to self, smaller size for Midnight Special. So we're going to learn about the song. It talks about a passenger train called the Midnight Special and was first collected in the prisons of the southern United States. It was thought by some to be the light of salvation. In their book, Best Loved American Folk Songs, John and Alan Lomax say the Midnight Special is a train from Houston that shone a light into the Sugarland prison. And when you watch the Paul McCartney performance, he says there was a legend that if the light shone in your cell, it meant you were going to be released. So we have our recording of the Midnight Special. Okay, we have some music now.
Well, you wake up in the morning, you hear the work bell ring, and they march you to the table.
I really love that singer. That's Maya Danielson, who's one of our favorite studio singers. And then we learn about a little bit more about Leadbelly. The lyrics of the song were first printed in 1905, first recording 1926, but Leadbelly is the one who really made this song known. He was in Angola prison when he recorded the song for John and Alan Lomax, and they eventually got him freed from prison, and he helped them make Library of Congress recordings for many folk songs. He was just a treasure. So we've included, I've got 2 of those slides. Let's check that when I'm done. 2 slides. I've got a link to a biography of Leadbelly that's I think a really well done biography. And again, I've got no sound on these. Okay. I'm going to find out why my Safe Share links are not working. I am not sure. There are many recordings of Midnight Special. Some of the artists who have recorded the song: Leadbelly, Les Paul, Kingston Trio, Pete Seeger, Peter, Paul and Mary, Eric Clapton, and Van Morrison, and there are many others who have recorded the song. 2 of the recordings made the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. The version recorded by Creedence Clearwater Revival was used in the movie The Twilight Zone. And so we're going to listen to that version, and we will compare performances. So you can give the kids this worksheet and they can take notes as they watch the Creedence Clearwater version and then the Paul McCartney version. And then I have bucket drumming to it. So the A section, I'll do it just with my hands on the desk, is left, right, left, rim, left, right, left, rim. And that goes with this part of the lyrics. And the B section is right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If you don't want to haul buckets into classrooms, you can have the kids desk drum like I just did, or you can give each child a little hunk of yoga mat. I bought yoga mats from Dollarama for $4. I cut it into 32 mats. These only cost me 13 cents each, and they actually make a nice little drum practice pad. Much nicer than, I hate that sound. So bucket drumming, I'm hoping to get a complete video in here as well. But if I don't, you can simply teach the kids the patterns and play them the song. So that is week 4 of May for grades 5 and middle school. And it's lesson 35. Thank you for spending time with me. I'm Denise Gagne. I will mention a couple of things. One, we have a Wednesday webinar series that is leading up to the Artie and Denise Symposium that will be held July 14th to 16th virtually. So we're calling this year's the Music Education Extravaganza. And we have some amazing guests that are coming to our extravaganza. We have Dr. Patrick Ware coming to do some work on creative movement. We have Manju Durai Raj, who is coming to do a session on Indian music. And we have Mari Shea, who is coming to do the inspirational session on how you can achieve success in your elementary classroom. Artie is doing 5 sessions. I am doing 5 sessions. You will find lots of new materials and lots of helpful hints for teaching your students. So I'm Denise Gagne. Thank you very much for spending this time with me.